Skyblock has changed a lot over its life. All of the old people are going to remember 17,000 damage with an SF being impressive, and 50 Midas Sword being absolutely ludicrous and the pinnacle of wealth. Yet these days, Midases have been shoved backstage, and 17k damage is considered really low for anyone who's played for a decent amount of time. My point is that a lot has changed, and the economy is one of the things that changes every day. And unfortunately for us, inflation is a thing, because people are a thing. So how much would it take to get somewhere in today's rapidly inflating economy? I'm going to use 5 mil as an example here, since I think that encompasses all the new players looking to grind their skills, which is who this video is targeted at. If you're not part of the targeted demographic, please keep watching. I need watch time! Say you want to get into farming. Bad choice of skills, but hey, I don't judge. Pet choices are first, since they're useful no matter what crap you grind. For 5 mil, you could buy almost any level of epic or legendary rabbit, since the materials required to make one are cheap. They're also a good farming pet, since they boost farming XP, which is what you want as a beginner. But what about elephant, the sole pet rich people use to obliterate the farming contests? Only legendary elephants boast the buff to farming fortune, the stat that increases crop yield, and the cheapest legendary elephants are... oh dear. But maybe you don't want an elephant, or maybe you just can't buy one. Rabbits are fine anyways. What about tools? Well, for skill grinding, pumpkins are the only option, as they are by far the most efficient way to grind farming XP. They're also among the cheapest farming tools available, only requiring a gold medal to buy and having no upgrades, along with not needing a replenish book to work. All you need on a pumpkin dicer is Blaster Forge, Efficiency, Telly, and maybe Turbo Pumpkin if you really want to, and off to the farm you go. The primary cash crop for farming is Netherwort. However, Netherwort is only really good once you've obtained a decently high farming level and a legendary elephant, since warts don't give farming XP upon harvest. They also require a high farming fortune to be efficient, along with the hoe being absurdly expensive to craft. Good for money, bad for skills, especially if you're not very wealthy. Well, how about mining? Bad choice again, but I'm still not judging. The Dwarven mines are a magical place for people who really don't like having fun. Both Goblin and Glaciite sets are absurdly cheap, so try both and see what works for you, with the goal being a higher mining speed. Epic Mithril Golems are about a mil. If buying a golem is part of your limited budget, the pickaxe sold by Bubba? Boo-boo? I have no idea. Are fine, especially for starting out. If you're more of an intermediate anti-fun happer, consider drills. Currently, the cheapest drills are about 5 mil, which is the sweet spot I set for this video. Debate between pickaxe and drill isn't something I'm a part of, as I hate Dwarven mines, so take your pick. Say you want a level foraging. God, why do all these skills suck? Your only truly efficient option is the Decapitator, which thankfully falls well below our 5 mil budget. So are Epic Ocelots, the cheapest of which go for anywhere between a mil and 3 mil, depending on their level. The other pet option are monkeys, and those cost... oh. Fishing is an easy one, but it's heavily dependent on what your existing fishing level is because of the skill requirements found in most rods. For our budget purposes though, the Rod of Legends or anything below are perfectly suitable. Anything below being Rod of Champions, Challenging Rod, Farmer's Rod, Sponge Rod, or literally anything else. Honestly, any rod is fine. Rod of Legends with Rare Dolphin and Angler set is pretty good for our low budget if you have the skills, though a Diver set is pretty good too, and if you can snag one for a good deal, it'll fit within our very limited amount of money. Enchanting is really straightforward, only needing a guardian pet to level efficiently. It's different from every other skill though, as it requires daily spending, especially since super pairs cost a lot of levels at higher enchanting levels. A low level epic guardian currently costs around 1.5 mil, but continually grinding this skill costs XP bottles. At best, you could spend a handful of grand bottles every day, and at worst, you could be spending up to a few Titanics or Colossal XP bottles per day, especially since renewing the experiments costs exponentially more XP, and also cost bits, which require booster cookies, which also cost a lot of money. Do whatever fits your budget, since enchanting is one of the skills that can vary wildly when your money is the main factor. Combat encompasses both slayers and dungeons, neither of which I can fully cover in this video, since combat takes into consideration literally everything, with everything being your weapons, armor, combat level, talismans, and kata level. I'd never be able to fully cover combat in this video alone, and there's already so many dungeons and slayer guides already on YouTube. I'll consider making a combat or dungeons guide in the future, but the subjects have already been covered half to death, so don't yell at me if I don't make one. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what this video was supposed to be, because it went way too far from the original idea I had for it, but I guess it's skill grinding for dummies now. Alright, have a nice day. Bye.